Alright, so here doing a test on Spellblades on behalf of Forg. Currently, I have this dual arcane blade set up with armor with essentially the max enchants for 4 spells, as well as max protection enchants, because we're gonna look and see how well it does in survival. We also have max enchants on the Spellblades, and for the sake of testing, I made them unbreakable. In a survival playthrough, I would just use Spell Infinity and Life Mending to heal my stuff. But that being said, we'll get started on the test dummy. These Spellblades have overdrive spells, and they have the level 30 spell on each of the different ones. So, and the level 30 spells are kind of cool, and the only one I'll probably get into is Ender's Gaze, because that one is actually surprisingly powerful. It didn't sound that powerful on paper, but it's actually more powerful than I thought it would be. But that's probably because we have a lot of enchants, and we have relics as well. 38% spell critical chance, 190% spell critical damage, and I gave myself a bunch of points to level, but basically luckiness at 25 and intelligence at 15. And I would say this is pretty much a mid-game entering into late-game stage, because the only real thing that I have to do is just put more points into player X, and I'll be pretty solid. Now, I have, I'm not sure exactly what my spell crit chance is. I'm guessing, let's see, 34%. Okay, so it's 38% spell critical chance. This one also just happens to give me 34% range crit chance, which is pretty cool. So that means that my spell crit chance is right around here. It's a little bit above 74, which is like where I would want it to be. My crit damage, though, would be a little bit on the lacking side, but spells are like ridiculously strong anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be... Oh, wait, that also gives me 40% range crit chance. So I guess I'm not around 70. I'm not sure exactly what I would be at, but regardless, I've got myself a good spell crit chance relic, and this one's a pretty good spell crit damage relic, but you want like 200 and above. And then I don't have a spell crit necklace on this testing account, so not account, but character. So on the test dummy, as you can see, it keeps going up with each overdrive. And this is about as fast as I can attack, so it's going to be in the high 400s, low 500s. That's where it's going to be for a non-extended fight, and then for extended fight, it'll just rise steadily. So let's see how well it does on the returning knight, who is 3 armor bars short of a full bar and has, I think, about 646 health. Oh, 622. Yeah, I mean, I was able to kill him before he did the first attack. But granted, I am a mid-game entering late-game stage, and I hate phantoms. So I'm just going to do that. I don't sleep on my testing world, so I always get phantoms. But yeah, that's about as well as you can do on the returning knight with 2 arcane blades in this particular stage of the game, mid-game entering late game. And of course, these guys are going to show up. And now they're gone. And just to show you how well Ender's Gaze does at this stage. Oh wait, I'm not on Ender's Gaze. These guys are healing him. Ender's Gaze is going through that. Yeah, so those guys, guys that shoot the beams, they actually are healing him when he spawns them. And And then they can also attack you with the beam and damage you. Also, this Ender's Gaze hops from opponent to opponent, which is really funny. And they can hit me all they want, but they're not going to kill me because I have Magic Prot 4 and I also have like the max protection. So yeah, and this is just a simple max crit chant or a max enchant setup and a really good crit chance and crit damage setup for the blades. So now we switch over to dual wielding different types. So I need to put my fire boots on. And where are my leggings? Yes. And I need to put my rune blade leggings on. So they also have the max on it. And of course they have Sunfire because Sunfire deals with arcane and fire. And what's interesting is that you can actually get more DPS out of dual wielding than you can with dealing with just one element. And the reason why really is because I have most of my damage is coming from crit. So the damage loss from getting rid of arcane and putting more damage in for the fire really isn't a whole lot. Because again, most of my stuff is based off of just pure spell critical damage. So that no matter what spell I'm using for what element. Oh, that's interesting. What does he have? Oh, you have the entertainer stuff. Cool. Sorry, but you gotta go. So yeah, I'm able to just like absolutely wreck these guys. Then again, I'm not too far from spawn, so they're not really a high level. But let's spawn this guy in. Now, even though I'm able to deal more DPS, it might take a little bit longer to kill this guy. But that's because it takes a little bit longer to reach that DPS level. And it's mainly because of the damage loss, I think, from this. But, I mean, we're still really powerful. Now I'm going to dual wield with the rune gleaming leggings and the arcane stuff and just see. Just see what happens. So it's kind of interesting. I kind of started getting it in between there before it went to... It took a little bit longer to hit that 700. God, come on. So now I'll wait until... I gotta actually wait until Flame Overdrive is done before I start with my arcane again. I'm also gonna give me more returning night spawn eggs. Because I need them. These guys again. So that's dual wielding with these. And now with full arcane armor, but using this to get a little bit more attack speed. I mean, it still works. It's just you have less DPS. And now we can try the Tri-Blade Tryhard, now that we kind of know how it works. So in order for the tri-blade tryhard to work, I gotta switch between these two. And everything has to be on overdrive. Okay, I didn't kill them all the way. Alright, hold on. Again? Yeah, I was really hoping to go in their dimension. I guess, like, kill the king or whoever. Alright. So. But I need to get this going. So yeah, I mean, it's all viable. I mean, if I do a triple thing in the future, it's probably going to be Soul, Lightning, and Arcane. Just because I typically stick to non-traditional elements when it comes to magic. Like, the most traditional I'll ever go is Lightning. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I think we know that, you know, this one's pretty solid. But if we want to test endgame out, we can give ourselves like 50 luckiness. They had to nerf the fact that you could click many times, because you could actually end up... there was a bug where you could end up getting an extra point into something without actually spending a skill point. Alright. 50 luckiness is probably where I'm going to call it. And then 20 intelligence. And that's probably about endgame. Then the last thing, I'm just gonna test full gleaming for endgame. So, I think the most viable way to do this would be to wear a full armor in your element, have that be your pure element, and then use the other elements to give you more attack speed so that you can essentially have a crazy amount of attack speed for the rest of the fight, assuming you're doing an extended fight. And then if you don't need it, you don't need it. You could also put points into dex if you want to up your attack speed if you need to. Personally, I don't see a use for that, especially if you're doing this. You can just switch between these two. I mean, even running through a mind cells, you can just switch between these two and then go back to your dual wield setup. Because again, you're only really using these for speed, and then you have like your full power here. So that's pretty much my full consensus on the test. After you want to balance it out to where, you know, if you get less attack damage, but you're giving yourself more attack speed, you absolutely can do that. If you want to balance it out that way, Forg. But otherwise, yeah, fun mod, really great mod. Can't wait for lightning and soul. Healing as well, I guess, would be nice. But yeah, that's it.